So you think that the Citizens United decision was really a constitutional thing?
The Citizens United, as I understand,
that allows unlimited money to.
You got to remember what that case was about, okay? It was about a nonprofit corp made a movie about Hillary Clinton.
Right.
Okay? And so this nonprofit corporation wants to run a movie complaining about Hillary Clinton. I can't see anything wrong with that. You know, what's funny to me, okay, is here you got it's wonderful Constitution, this thing, freedom of speech, the right to petition the government, okay? And so what is the whole focus of First Amendment activity? Sex. Okay? It's like, oh, the First Amendment means that I'm allowed to dance nude. Or, now, when it comes to criticizing the government, talking about the government, oh, no, you got to register, pay all these fines, file 15 things in triplicates, register with the FEC, register with the Attorney General. We have so many burdens on political speech. We've completely twisted the whole meaning of the First Amendment. All these complaining about this stuff, you know, I don't get it.
But you do, then you believe that money is speech then?
No, I don't believe that money is speech. I believe that there is freedom of speech. And once you get the government involved, you're allowed to talk and you're not allowed to talk. That's worse than where you were before.
Mm-hmm. Well, how is that being done now? That you're allowed to talk or you're not allowed to talk?
If somebody wants to give money to me, they can only give me $2,600.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
Now, why should that be? What if they want to go out and buy $100,000 worth of ads? I like Buchal. Why shouldn't they be allowed to do that?
But people are giving. There's been millionaires during the last election. It was given.
I thought it was pretty open as to how much you could pay contribute to anybody.
No, not at all. There's incredible limits and and you've got complicated systems and fines. I ran into this poor guy who was a libertarian. He ran for governor here. He was still paying off the fines from some filing error on these campaign disclosure things 5 years later. I mean, it's people are scared to get involved because of all this paperwork and rules and regulations and fines.
Take a look and make sure.
If you have the word independent next to your name, you are actually a member of the Independent Party. And one of the interesting things I'd like to do is compete in that primary as well. Because there's an independent, there's a Republican primary, a Democratic primary, and there's an independent primary usually if the party is functioning. And I think that I would like to run as an independent and a Republican and maybe a libertarian too, if the Libertarian Party can quit fighting with itself in court.
Well, that's the trouble with the third party. James is the problem.
I mean, isn't the definition of insanity to sort of
keep doing
the same thing over and over again, expecting different results? And so, you know, wake up, people. We've been doing the same thing here for years and years, and it ain't getting any better.
How many terms has Blumenauer been in?
I have no idea.
You know,
3 maybe?
I should know that.
At least 3.
More than that.
Oh, really?
They're all locked in.
It's like a great crime family, you know. I mean, Senator Merkley will stand up and had this heroic effort to get rid of the filibuster. What's the first thing they do? They put in these people to run Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, who they know will be them back. I mean, it's an ugly thing, you know. It's one-party government is not a pretty thing. It decays and rots much faster than the two-party kind.
They never make it because they won't.
Make it.
Well, they won't allow them to get in there and debate.
Well, that's why I'm the chairman of the Republican Liberty Caucus of Oregon, and our mission is essentially to sort of try and reform the Republic from within. And I think that is a strategy. You know, I would appeal to especially young people who have, you know, understand the importance of a two-party system and kind of think that the Republicans need reforming. Come join the Republican Liberty Caucus, come take over the Republican Party and remake it into a genuine opposition force that isn't in the thrall of the bankers and so forth and so on.
Mm-hmm. Well,
any grassroots organization that forms, there will be a opt-in, and I think that's true on both sides. I think a lot of the unions now have lost touch of their protecting the workers and are just essentially a device for extracting dues and having political games and pension funds that everyone can loot and all that kind of thing. So it's not a phenomenon unique to the right at all. I think it's a general problem with reform movements are subject to corruption like anything else. But you know, on the whole, I think that the Tea Party has not been an element that the police has been able to control, or you wouldn't see people like Mitch McConnell and John McCain and all those people bashing the Tea Party all the time.
Mm-hmm. You're trying to really understand progressive, liberal, and I've looked them up, and it's just a bunch of words. And what exactly do you consider conservative to be?
Well, I've got a problem with the conservative is usually someone who wants to hold on to something.
Well, that
but
was
all
my problem with
all
it.
the conservatives I know essentially want, are radicals who want to reform things and strip the government down back to sort of core work instead of, these lunatics who are supposed to be running water pipes and instead are out building $1 million houses. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So you think that I've always considered conservative and progressive both to be misnomers. Now, conservative and liberal comes from England, I think, way back,
Possibly.
as
I'm
well
not-
as
I'm
the
not
left
sure
and the
why.
right,
Yeah.
is where they were sitting in their
Yeah.
parliament.
And liberty.
No, I think you have a good distinction between sort of the party of the moneyed, powered interest, party of the people, and then unfortunately, you have a lot of moneyed interests that pretend to be the party of the people, and
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to do this for you, and we're going to rob you blind, and so it becomes confusing.